Extensive scarring might warrant multiple treatment types performed sequentially. Realistic expectations are essential. Most scars can be significantly improved but rarely completely eliminated. Even after multiple treatments, mild scarring typically remains. However, significant improvement is usually achievable with appropriate treatments. Guide 13: Face masks and professional facials for acne management. Face masks and professional facials supplement your daily skincare routine, providing concentrated treatments and professional expertise. Understanding various mask types and facial treatments helps you select appropriate options for your skin concerns. Clay masks absorb excess oil and impurities, making them ideal for oily, acne-prone skin. Green clay and kaolin clay are particularly effective. These masks draw out sebum, bacteria, and impurities from pores. Use clay masks 1 to 2 times weekly for 10 to 15 minutes on clean skin. Apply evenly, avoiding the eye area. As the mask dries, you'll feel slight tightening as oil is extracted. Rinse with lukewarm water and follow with moisturizer, as clay masks can be drying. Sheet masks infused with acne-fighting ingredients like salicylic acid, tea tree oil, or niacinamide provide targeted treatment and hydration simultaneously. Apply sheet masks to clean skin for 15 to 20 minutes, then remove and pat remaining serum into skin. Use 2 to 3 times weekly. Sheet masks are convenient, mess-free, and come in numerous formulations targeting specific concerns. Hydrating masks with hyaluronic acid, glycerin, or ceramides balance skin and prevent overdrying from acne treatments. These masks are essential if your acne treatment regimen is causing excessive dryness. Use hydrating masks 1 to 2 times weekly, particularly on days when you're using strong actives like retinoids or chemical exfoliants. Mud masks similar to clay masks draw impurities from pores while providing mineral content. Some formulations include additional active ingredients. Use similarly to clay masks, 1 to 2 times weekly for 10 to 15 minutes. Charcoal masks draw impurities from deep within pores. While popular, they can be overly drying. Use sparingly, perhaps monthly, if you have very oily skin. Avoid if your skin is dry or sensitive. Overnight masks are left on overnight and act as intensive treatments. Some are essentially very rich moisturizers, while others contain actives like retinol or acids. These work well for providing intensive treatment without time constraints. Apply as your final nighttime step and sleep with the mask on. Spot masks apply highly concentrated treatments to specific areas rather than your entire face. These are useful when some areas are more problematic than others. Apply to clean skin and leave on as directed. Important mask principles: never use multiple mask types on the same day. Choose one mask per skincare session. Always follow mask application with appropriate moisturizer, as masks can be drying. Start with masks once weekly, increasing frequency only as your skin demonstrates tolerance. Don't leave masks on longer than recommended. Longer application doesn't mean better results and risks overdrying. Masks are supplements to your core routine, not replacements for daily cleansing and treatment. Professional facials go beyond at-home masks, utilizing professional strength products, specialized equipment, and esthetician expertise. A typical acne-focused facial includes cleansing, exfoliation, extraction, treatment mask, and moisturizer application. The extraction component, professional removal of comedones, provides benefits impossible to achieve safely at home. Hydrofacial uses suction technology to extract impurities from pores without harsh manual extraction. A spiral tip applies suction while simultaneously infusing treatment serums. Hydrofacials provide immediate visible improvement, particularly for comedones. Most people see results after a single treatment, with cumulative benefits after 4 to 6 treatments performed monthly. Chemical peel facials use professional strength acids, glycolic acid, salicylic acid, or lactic acid, to exfoliate multiple skin layers. Superficial peels cause mild redness and slight flaking but require no downtime. Medium peels cause more significant exfoliation and require several days of recovery. Chemical peels improve acne, texture, and hyperpigmentation significantly. Monthly superficial peels or quarterly medium peels provide excellent results. Blue light therapy facials use specific light wavelengths to kill acne-causing bacteria. Blue light, around 415 nanometers wavelength, is particularly effective against Cutibacterium acnes. Treatments typically last 15 to 20 minutes. Most treatment plans include 6 to 8 sessions, sometimes combined with red light therapy for inflammation reduction. Blue light therapy is particularly valuable for those seeking non-chemical treatment or for bacterial acne resistant to other treatments. Microdermabrasion facials use fine crystals or a diamond tip to physically exfoliate skin. This removes dead skin cells, unclogs pores, and stimulates collagen production. Results are immediate visible skin smoothing. Regular microdermabrasion, monthly, maintains clear skin and improves texture. Oxygen facials infuse pressurized oxygen with serums deep into skin. While marketed aggressively, evidence for exceptional benefits is limited. However, many people report improved hydration and glow after oxygen facials. Dermaplane facials use a sterile blade to remove fine facial hair and dead skin cells. This provides exfoliation and hair removal simultaneously. Results are immediate, smooth, bright skin. However, dermaplane isn't appropriate for acne-prone or actively inflamed skin, as the blade can irritate lesions. Laser facials use laser technology for exfoliation, collagen stimulation, and targeted treatment of specific concerns. Fractional laser facials are gentler than full laser resurfacing and provide results with minimal downtime. Professional facials are most effective when combined with consistent home skincare. Monthly professional treatments combined with daily home routines yield better results than either approach alone. Professional treatments accelerate improvement and address concerns beyond what home treatments achieve. Frequency of professional facials depends on your skin concerns and treatment type. Most people benefit from monthly treatments initially, then maintenance every 4 to 8 weeks once acne clears. Discuss appropriate frequency with your esthetician or dermatologist based on your skin condition and treatment response. Professional facials can be expensive, but the results often justify the investment for moderate to severe acne or significant scarring. Many dermatology offices offer facials at reasonable costs compared to standalone aesthetic spas. Guide 14, Diet, Nutrition, and Lifestyle Changes for Clear Skin. While skincare products are essential for acne management, what you consume and how you live profoundly affects your skin. Understanding dietary and lifestyle factors allows you to address acne from internal and external angles simultaneously. High glycemic foods spike blood sugar rapidly. When blood sugar spikes, salicylic acid formulations meant to be applied to specific areas or the entire face, typically 2 to 3 times weekly. They're left on the skin and provide significant exfoliation. These are powerful products best used by those with resilient, acne-prone skin who have already adapted to gentler salicylic acid products. Spot treatments apply high concentrations of salicylic acid directly to individual breakouts for targeted treatment. These are excellent for treating isolated pimples without exfoliating your entire face. Starting with salicylic acid requires a conservative approach. If you've never used it before, begin with a 0.5% cleanser or 1% toner used 2 to 3 times weekly. Use it for 2 to 3 weeks, assessing your skin's response. If your skin tolerates it well without excessive irritation, dryness, or sensitivity, you can increase frequency to daily use or switch to a higher concentration product. When applying salicylic acid toners or serums, use clean fingertips or a cotton pad to apply evenly across your face, focusing on areas prone to acne. Use about a nickel-sized amount for your entire face. Apply to completely dry skin. Applying to damp skin increases irritation. Allow the product to dry completely before applying other products. Some salicylic acid products are meant to stay on your skin indefinitely, while others are meant to be rinsed off after a specific time. Read instructions carefully. Common mistakes when using salicylic acid include starting with too high a concentration, using it too frequently, combining it with too many other actives, and failing to moisturize adequately afterward. Starting with 2% and using it daily will almost certainly cause excessive irritation, dryness, and peeling. You're much better served starting gently and gradually increasing. Never combine salicylic acid with benzoyl peroxide on the same evening initially. Both are exfoliating actives that can cause significant irritation if used together by someone whose skin isn't accustomed to strong treatments. Once your skin has adapted to each individually, you might combine them cautiously, but build up to this gradually. Salicylic acid makes your skin more sun-sensitive, not severely, but notably. Always use SPF 30+ sunscreen daily when using salicylic acid. This is not optional. Sun exposure can cause post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation in acne-prone skin, and salicylic acid increases this risk. Side effects of salicylic acid are generally mild and resolve with time or reduced usage. Dryness is common, particularly if you're using higher concentrations or frequent applications. Combat dryness by using a good hydrating moisturizer immediately after applying salicylic acid. Mild peeling is normal and actually desirable. It indicates exfoliation is occurring. However, severe peeling suggests you're using too much. Slight irritation and redness may occur initially but typically resolve within 1 to 2 weeks. Some people experience temporary worsening of acne as impurities are brought to the surface, but this purging phase is usually short-lived. Results from salicylic acid appear gradually. After 2 weeks of consistent use, you might notice smoother texture. After 4 weeks, you should see reduced comedones and fewer new breakouts. Most people see significant improvement after 6 to 8 weeks of consistent use. However, salicylic acid works best for comedonal acne, blackheads and whiteheads, and mild inflammatory acne. For severe inflammatory or cystic acne, Combining salicylic acid with other treatments like benzoyl peroxide or prescription retinoids is often necessary. Salicylic acid is safe for long-term use. Many people successfully maintain clear skin using salicylic acid indefinitely as their primary exfoliation and treatment method. However, occasionally, skin can become desensitized to salicylic acid if used continuously for extended periods. If you notice that salicylic acid that previously worked well seems less effective, take a 1 to 2 week break, then resume using it. This often restores its effectiveness. Alternatively, you can rotate between salicylic acid and other exfoliants like glycolic acid to prevent desensitization. Guide 5. Benzoyl peroxide, Comprehensive Guide to Bacterial Killing and Inflammatory Acne Treatment. Benzoyl peroxide is one of the most effective and widely recommended acne treatments by dermatologists. Unlike salicylic acid, which primarily removes dead skin cells and excess oil, benzoyl peroxide specifically targets the acne-causing bacterium Cutibacterium acnes. Understanding benzoyl peroxide's mechanism, concentrations, and proper application is crucial for maximizing its effectiveness while minimizing side effects. Benzoyl peroxide works through a unique mechanism. It generates reactive oxygen species that directly kill bacteria. This is fundamentally different from antibiotics, which the bacteria can develop resistance to. Bacteria cannot develop resistance to benzoyl peroxide because it works through oxidative stress rather than targeting specific bacterial proteins. This makes benzoyl peroxide an invaluable tool in acne treatment, particularly since antibiotic resistance is an increasingly serious problem in dermatology. Beyond bacterial killing, benzoyl peroxide has anti-inflammatory effects, helping reduce the redness and swelling associated with inflammatory acne. It also has mild sebum-reducing properties and may help with some degree of come-down reduction, though it's less effective for this than salicylic acid. Benzoyl peroxide comes in concentrations ranging from 2.5% to 10%, with some over-the-counter products going up to 10% and prescription-strength versions available at higher concentrations. Interestingly, studies show that 2.5% benzoyl peroxide is roughly equivalent in effectiveness to 10% benzoyl peroxide. The higher concentration doesn't necessarily mean better results. It primarily means more potential for irritation. Therefore, it's prudent to start with 2.5% and only increase concentration if needed. Benzoyl peroxide comes in multiple product formats. Cleansers containing 2.5 to 5% benzoyl peroxide gently incorporate this ingredient into your daily cleansing routine. These are appropriate for maintenance or mild acne. Spot treatments allow you to apply high concentrations directly to individual pimples. Serums or leave-on treatments apply benzoyl peroxide across your entire face and are left on the skin. These can be used daily or as directed. Gels and creams are thicker formulations that may have different absorption characteristics depending on your skin type. Starting with benzoyl peroxide requires similar caution as salicylic acid. If you're new to benzoyl peroxide, begin with a 2.5% product, ideally in a cleanser format or spot treatment, used once daily. Most people find evening application easier than morning application since benzoyl peroxide doesn't require sun protection and can be easily washed off in the morning. After 1 to 2 weeks, assess your skin's tolerance. If you're experiencing mild irritation or dryness but your acne is improving, continue. After 2 to 3 weeks, if your skin tolerates the product well, you can increase frequency to twice daily or increase the concentration to 5%. Application technique is critical. Apply benzoyl peroxide to completely clean, completely dry skin. This is more important with benzoyl peroxide than with most other products. If your skin is even slightly damp, benzoyl peroxide will irritate more readily. Allow your cleanser to fully absorb and dry, then apply benzoyl peroxide. Use a small amount, about the size of a pea for your entire face if using a leave-on product, or a slightly larger amount for spot treatment. Apply gently, allowing the product to absorb fully before applying other products. Benzoyl peroxide has a particular drawback: it bleaches fabrics and hair. If you apply it to your face, it can bleach your pillowcase, bedding, towels, and hair. Many people apply benzoyl peroxide in the evening and wash it off in the morning with their cleanser to avoid this issue. If you apply it in the morning, be extremely careful not to get it on your hair, eyebrows, or any colored clothing. Some people apply it as a spot treatment right before bed, allowing it to work overnight before being washed off in the morning. If bleaching is a concern, you might prefer using benzoyl peroxide in a wash-off cleanser format where the contact time is brief. Side effects of benzoyl peroxide are generally more significant than salicylic acid. Dryness is very common, particularly with higher concentrations or frequent applications. Combat this by using an excellent moisturizer after applying benzoyl peroxide. Some people find that benzoyl peroxide dries their skin excessively even at 2.5% concentration. If this is you, try reducing frequency to every other day or using it only as a spot treatment. Irritation and redness are common, particularly when starting benzoyl peroxide or when increasing concentration. This irritation is usually temporary and subsides within 1 to 2 weeks as your skin adapts. However, if you experience severe irritation, dermatitis, or reactions, discontinue use and consult a dermatologist. Contact dermatitis to benzoyl peroxide, while rare, does occur. If you develop an itchy rash that doesn't improve with reduced frequency, you may be allergic. Discontinue use and inform your dermatologist. Many people experience acne purging when starting benzoyl peroxide, temporary worsening of acne as bacteria die off and impurities are brought to the surface. This purging typically lasts 1 to 2 weeks. If purging lasts longer, consult your dermatologist. Photosensitivity is not a significant issue with benzoyl peroxide like it is with some other acne treatments, but you should still use sunscreen daily for general skin protection. Benzoyl peroxide is particularly effective for inflammatory papules and pustules, the classic red pimples with white centers. It's less effective for comedonal acne, blackheads and whiteheads, where salicylic acid is superior. Many dermatologists recommend combining benzoyl peroxide with salicylic acid for comprehensive acne treatment. Use salicylic acid to address comedones and exfoliate, and benzoyl peroxide to kill bacteria and reduce inflammation. Results from benzoyl peroxide appear relatively quickly. Critically affected by anabolic steroids, which cause severe acne, through testosterone suppression effects, though acne treatment itself doesn't affect male fertility. Untreated severe acne might indirectly affect fertility through mental health impacts and reduced relationship satisfaction. Treating acne supports fertility planning outcomes. Guide 96, Acne and Alcohol Use, Interactions and Effects. Alcohol affects acne through multiple mechanisms. Understanding these relationships helps you make informed alcohol decisions. Alcohol increases inflammation and dehydration, both worsening acne. Excessive alcohol consumption notably worsens acne in most people. Alcohol consumption patterns matter. Occasional moderate alcohol probably has minimal skin effects. Chronic excessive consumption significantly worsens acne. Some acne medications interact with alcohol. Isotretinoin with alcohol increases liver toxicity risk. Antibiotics with alcohol sometimes cause nausea and reduced effectiveness. Alcohol increases cortisol and stress, indirectly worsening acne through hormonal pathways. Alcohol disrupts sleep quality, indirectly worsening acne through sleep deprivation effects. Dehydration from alcohol increases skin dehydration, contributing to compensatory sebum production and acne. For optimal acne management, minimizing alcohol consumption is beneficial. This doesn't require complete abstinence for most people, but reducing consumption supports acne improvement. Guide 97, Acne and Smoking, Direct and Indirect Effects on Skin. Smoking worsens acne through multiple mechanisms, making smoking cessation valuable for acne improvement. Smoking increases inflammation systemically, promoting acne. Smokers have higher acne prevalence than non-smokers. Smoking impairs immune function, reducing your body's ability to fight acne-causing bacteria. Smoking impairs wound healing, increasing scarring risk from acne lesions. Smoking damages skin barrier function, increasing irritation and acne risk. Secondhand smoke exposure, while less harmful than direct smoking, also worsens acne through similar mechanisms. Smoking interferes with many acne medications. Some medications have reduced effectiveness in smokers. Smoking accelerates skin aging, creating double damage, worse acne plus premature aging. Smoking cessation, beyond its general health benefits, often improves acne significantly. Many former smokers notice acne improvement within weeks to months of quitting. For optimal acne management, smoking cessation is highly beneficial if applicable. Conclusion: your acne treatment journey. Congratulations on completing this comprehensive 100-guide exploration of acne science, treatment, and management. You now possess extensive knowledge spanning from basic acne biology through emerging treatments and personalized optimization strategies. Remember these core principles as you move forward. 1. Acne is treatable. Whatever your acne severity, treatment exists. You can achieve clear skin. 2. Consistency matters more than perfection. Maintaining a routine 90% of the time beats perfect adherence for 2 months than abandonment. 3. Your acne is unique. Treatments that work for others might not work for you, and vice versa. Personalizing based on your response is important. 4. Professional help is valuable. Dermatologists can identify problems you might miss, recommend optimal treatments, and provide professional therapies beyond home care. 5. Mental health is legitimate. Acne's psychological impact is real. Addressing it matters as much as treating physical acne. 6. Lifestyle factors matter. Sleep, stress, diet, and exercise significantly affect acne. Optimizing these supports treatment success. 7. Early intervention prevents complications. Treating acne promptly prevents severe acne and scarring that would result from delayed treatment. 8. Long-term maintenance matters. Achieving clear skin isn't the finish line. Maintaining clarity requires ongoing appropriate management. Your acne journey is unique to you. Some people achieve clear skin with simple topical treatments. Others require comprehensive professional management, including systemic medications. Both paths lead to clear skin. Whether you're just starting acne treatment, struggling with treatment-resistant acne, or maintaining achieved clarity, you now have comprehensive knowledge to guide your path forward. Clear skin is achievable. Your dedication to understanding your acne and implementing appropriate treatment will lead you there. Best wishes on your acne-free future. Potentially safe during pregnancy. Topical salicylic acid used in small amounts and limited areas. Large-scale systemic absorption possible though typically minimal. Topical azelaic acid, generally considered safe. Topical clindamycin. Some dermatologists recommend avoiding though others consider it relatively safe. Sulfur-based products, considered relatively safe historically. Most conservative approach during pregnancy, gentle cleansing only, avoiding all active acne treatments unless absolutely necessary. Many dermatologists recommend waiting to treat acne aggressively until after pregnancy or after breastfeeding concludes if planning to breastfeed. If acne must be treated during pregnancy due to severity or psychological impact, consultation with both your obstetrician and dermatologist ensures treatments are appropriately selected based on risk-benefit analysis specific to your pregnancy. Sometimes treating severe acne is justified despite medication risks if the psychological impact is severe. Post-pregnancy acne sometimes occurs as hormones shift after delivery. Many women tolerate this temporary worsening with the knowledge it typically resolves within months. Breastfeeding considerations. Most topical acne treatments are safe during breastfeeding as systemic absorption is minimal. However, discussing specific medications with your healthcare provider ensures safety. Postpartum hormonal changes sometimes improve acne that was severe during pregnancy. This improvement can be psychologically significant after months of acne during pregnancy. Planning for pregnancy. If you're on acne medications like isotretinoin requires stopping several months before conception. Discuss with your dermatologist if planning pregnancy. Guide 67, Acne in Adolescence, Age-Specific Management and Developmental Considerations. Adolescent acne requires understanding both the physiological changes driving acne and the psychological sensitivities of adolescence. Age-appropriate management optimizes outcomes and builds healthy skin habits for adulthood. Puberty triggers the hormonal changes driving typical adolescent acne. Androgens surge during puberty, weeks or even months without fully resolving. Unlike typical acne that might be spread across the face, hormonal acne often appears in the same locations repeatedly. The hormonal pattern of acne is highly telling. Many women notice breakouts occur in a predictable pattern related to their menstrual cycle. Breakouts might appear 3 to 5 days before menstruation begins, resolve during menstruation, then reappear in the luteal phase, after ovulation. This cyclical pattern is a clear indicator of hormonal involvement. Some women break out only during specific phases of their cycle, while others experience breakouts throughout the cycle with worsening at predictable times. Hormonal acne results from heightened skin sensitivity to androgens, particularly testosterone and DHT, dihydrotestosterone. These male hormones stimulate sebaceous glands to produce more sebum, even in the presence of normal hormone levels. Additionally, Androgens promote follicular hyperkeratinization and may increase colonization of acne-causing bacteria. Women's testosterone levels fluctuate with their menstrual cycle, with higher levels during the luteal phase, explaining the predictable timing of hormonal acne breakouts. Recognizing hormonal acne requires tracking your breakouts. Keep a calendar marking breakout dates and your menstrual cycle dates for 2 to 3 months. If breakouts cluster around specific menstrual cycle phases, hormonal acne is likely. Polycystic ovary syndrome, PCOS, a condition affecting ovulation and hormone regulation, often causes severe hormonal acne. Women with PCOS typically have elevated androgen levels and irregular menstrual cycles. Topical acne treatments alone are often insufficient for hormonal acne. While they help manage symptoms, they don't address the underlying hormonal cause. Therefore, treating hormonal acne often requires systemic, oral, medications that regulate hormones or reduce skin sensitivity to hormones. Hormonal contraceptives are the first-line treatment for hormonal acne in women who desire birth control. The hormones in birth control pills suppress ovulation and, importantly for acne, reduce circulating androgen levels. Specifically, oral contraceptives increase sex hormone-binding globulin, SHBG, a protein that binds androgens and makes them unavailable to skin cells. The result is reduced sebum production and decreased follicular keratinization. Not all birth control pills are equally effective for acne. Combination pills containing estrogen and progestin are effective. However, some progestins have androgenic properties, meaning they act similarly to testosterone, and can worsen acne. Progestins with lower or no androgenic activity include norgestimate, desogestrel, and drospirenone. Birth control pills specifically approved for acne treatment by the FDA include orthotricycline, norgestimate, estrostep, norethindrone, Yaz, drospirenone, and Bayaz, drospirenone with additional vitamins. These pills typically show acne improvement after 3 to 4 months of use, with maximum improvement by 6 months. Starting a new birth control pill doesn't immediately improve acne. Acne often temporarily worsens in the first 1 to 2 months as your body adjusts to new hormone levels. This temporary worsening isn't a sign the pill won't work, it's normal. Stick with your chosen pill for at least 3 months before concluding it isn't working. If after 3 months acne hasn't improved, discuss switching to a different progestin or a different pill formulation with your gynecologist or dermatologist. Spironolactone is an alternative or complementary treatment for hormonal acne. This medication is a potassium-sparing diuretic that also acts as an androgen receptor antagonist, blocking androgens from affecting skin cells. Spironolactone is typically used at doses of 50 to 100 mg daily for acne treatment. It's often prescribed in combination with birth control pills for additional effectiveness. Spironolactone requires careful monitoring. Potential side effects include dizziness, lightheadedness, menstrual irregularities, and breast tenderness. More serious but rare complications include elevated potassium levels that can affect heart rhythm. Regular blood tests monitoring kidney function and potassium levels are necessary when taking spironolactone. Despite these considerations, many dermatologists consider spironolactone an excellent option for hormonal acne, particularly when combined with topical treatments and possibly birth control pills. Lifestyle factors significantly impact hormonal acne. Stress increases cortisol production, which increases androgen activity and sebum production. Implementing stress reduction techniques like meditation, yoga, regular exercise, and adequate sleep improves hormonal balance and acne. Regular aerobic exercise appears particularly beneficial for hormonal regulation. Diet influences hormonal acne through multiple mechanisms. High glycemic foods spike blood sugar and insulin, stimulating sebaceous gland activity and androgen production. Reducing refined carbohydrates and sugar while increasing complex carbohydrates, fiber, and whole foods helps regulate blood sugar and improve acne. Some research suggests dairy products, particularly skim milk, may trigger acne through hormonal pathways. Reducing dairy or switching to hormone-free milk might help if dairy appears to worsen your acne. Insulin resistance, common in women with PCOS, worsens hormonal acne. Reducing refined carbohydrates and sugar, eating regular meals with balanced macronutrients, and maintaining healthy body weight improves insulin sensitivity and can significantly reduce acne. Adding inositol supplementation may help with insulin resistance in some women. Discuss this with your healthcare provider. When to consider professional treatment for hormonal acne. If your acne is severe, widespread, or causes significant psychological distress, see a dermatologist and gynecologist together. If topical treatments haven't adequately controlled your acne after 3 months of consistent use, discuss systemic treatment options. If you suspect hormonal imbalances, irregular periods, excessive hair growth, fertility issues, see both specialists. Guide 8. Natural and evidence-based home remedies for mild to moderate acne. While prescription and over-the-counter acne treatments are scientifically validated and highly effective, several natural ingredients have research supporting their acne-fighting properties. These natural remedies can supplement professional treatments or be used alone for mild acne. Understanding which natural ingredients are evidence-based versus marketing hype is crucial. Tea tree oil is one of the most researched natural acne remedies. Multiple studies demonstrate its antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties. Tea tree oil kills acne-causing bacteria and reduces inflammation associated with pimples. However, undiluted tea tree oil is irritating and can cause contact dermatitis, redness, and dryness. Always dilute tea tree oil with a carrier oil like coconut oil, jojoba oil, or argan oil before applying to skin. A typical dilution is 5 to 10% tea tree oil mixed with carrier oil. Apply this diluted mixture as a spot treatment to individual pimples using a cotton swab. Don't apply to your entire face, as this may be overly drying. Aloe vera has well-documented anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties. Pure aloe vera gel, applied directly from the leaf or as a pure gel product, soothes inflamed acne, reduces redness, and promotes healing. Aloe vera doesn't have the side effects associated with many acne treatments. It won't dry your skin excessively or cause irritation. Apply pure aloe vera gel as a spot treatment or all over your face as a lightweight moisturizer. Most people tolerate aloe vera well, though some experience mild irritation. If you're allergic to plants in the Liliaceae family, lilies, onions, garlic, you might react to aloe. Honey, particularly raw and manuka honey, has antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, and healing properties. Raw honey contains enzymes and compounds that fight bacteria and reduce inflammation. It's gentle and suitable even for sensitive skin. Apply raw honey as an occasional face mask. Mix a small amount with water to create a spreadable consistency, apply to clean skin for 10 to 15 minutes, then rinse with lukewarm water. You can do this 1 to 2 times weekly. Some people apply honey directly to pimples as a spot treatment. Honey is gentle, affordable, and many people find it effective for mild acne. Green tea contains powerful antioxidants called catechins that have antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, and sebum-reducing properties. Studies demonstrate that topical green tea application reduces acne severity. Brew strong green tea, allow it to cool completely, and use it as a rinse after cleansing, as a toner, or apply it to your face with a cotton pad. Alternatively, use a face mask or moisturizer containing green tea extract. Many commercial skincare products now include green tea for its antioxidant benefits. Most people tolerate green tea topically well, though those with sensitive skin might experience mild. Apply sunscreen after benzoyl peroxide and wait a few minutes before reapplying other products. Generally, sunscreen should be your final skincare step before makeup. If you develop a sunburn despite sunscreen use, cool compresses, hydration, and soothing products like aloe vera help. Avoid further sun exposure until healed. Severe sunburns are dangerous and should be treated seriously. However, if you're using appropriate sunscreen correctly and minimizing peak sun exposure, severe sunburns should be rare. Guide 12. Treating post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation and acne scarring. After acne heals, 2 primary complications can persist: post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, dark marks, and physical scarring. Understanding these conditions and the various treatment approaches available is essential for achieving truly clear skin, not just clear of active acne but also free from acne's lasting marks. Post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, PIH, appears as flat, dark patches or spots where acne was previously present. These marks result from inflammation triggering excess melanin production in healing skin. PIH is particularly common in individuals with darker skin tones and in areas that received more inflammation or trauma. Unlike active acne, PIH doesn't involve bacteria or require acne-specific treatments. It requires treatments targeting melanin and pigmentation. Understanding PIH timeline is important for realistic expectations. Most PIH gradually fades naturally over 6 to 12 months with consistent sun protection, even without treatment. However, this timeline can feel unacceptably long, motivating people to pursue active treatments. The good news is that numerous treatments significantly accelerate PIH fading. Sunscreen is the foundational PIH treatment. UV exposure directly darkens hyperpigmentation, extending the timeline for natural fading. Using SPF 30+ daily and avoiding sun exposure accelerates PIH resolution dramatically. Some PIH that might take 12 months to fade with poor sun protection might fade within 3 to 4 months with strict sun protection. Vitamin C serums brighten hyperpigmentation and even skin tone. L-ascorbic acid at 15 to 20% concentration is most effective, though magnesium ascorbyl phosphate and other stabilized forms also work. Apply vitamin C serum daily in the morning before sunscreen. Results typically appear after 4 to 8 weeks of consistent use. Vitamin C also provides antioxidant protection and stimulates collagen production as a bonus benefit. Niacinamide reduces post-inflammatory redness and even skin tone. At 4 to 5% concentration in moisturizers or serums, applied daily, Niacinamide shows improvements in PIH within 4 to 8 weeks. Niacinamide is gentle, suitable for even very sensitive skin, and works well in combination with other treatments. Azelaic acid is particularly effective for PIH. At 15 to 20% concentration, applied twice daily, azelaic acid reduces melanin production and even skin tone. Prescription azelaic acid, Azalex, Phenacea, is more potent than over-the-counter versions. Many dermatologists recommend azelaic acid specifically for PIH management. Results typically appear within 4 to 8 weeks. Kojic acid inhibits melanin production. Available in serums and creams at 1 to 2% concentration, applied daily, kojic acid gradually lightens hyperpigmentation. Results take 4 to 8 weeks of consistent use. Kojic acid is generally well tolerated but can cause mild irritation in some individuals. Hydroquinone is a prescription bleaching agent highly effective for hyperpigmentation. It directly inhibits melanin production. Prescription hydroquinone typically ranges from 2 to 4% strength, applied twice daily to affected areas. Results appear within 4 to 12 weeks. However, hydroquinone should not be used continuously for more than 3 to 4 months without medical supervision, as extended use can cause paradoxical darkening or an uncommon condition called achronosis. Hydroquinone is not suitable for everyone and requires dermatologist prescription and monitoring. Chemical peels accelerate PIH resolution. Superficial peels with glycolic acid or salicylic acid remove pigmented surface skin, revealing lighter skin underneath. Monthly superficial peels combined with daily topical treatments significantly accelerate PIH fading. Medium-depth peels provide more dramatic but riskier results and are typically only performed for severe PIH. Laser treatments effectively target hyperpigmentation. Q-switched lasers are specifically designed to break up melanin pigment, with different wavelengths targeting different pigment depths. These treatments provide results in 4 to 6 sessions, sometimes fewer for responsive PIH. However, laser treatment is expensive and carries risks of complications in darker skin types. IPL, intense pulsed light, therapy also addresses pigmentation effectively. Microdermabrasion physically removes pigmented surface skin through mechanical abrasion. Performed monthly, combined with topical treatments, it accelerates PIH resolution. However, it's less powerful than laser treatments and typically requires more sessions. Combination approaches yield best results. Most dermatologists recommend combining daily topical treatments, vitamin C, azelaic acid, or hydroquinone, with monthly professional treatments, chemical peels or laser. This dual approach treats PIH from multiple angles, achieving faster, more complete resolution. Acne scarring is a more permanent complication than PIH. Scarring results from significant inflammation destroying collagen, resulting in physical indentations or elevation of the skin. There are 3 main types of acne scars: ice pick scars, deep, narrow indentations; boxcar scars, wider, flat-bottomed indentations; and rolling scars, wave-like depressions. Prevention is the most effective scar treatment. Avoiding picking, squeezing, or extracting pimples prevents scarring. Treating acne aggressively prevents deep inflammation that causes scarring. Taking acne seriously and treating it promptly prevents severe scarring. For existing scars, multiple treatment options exist, Though complete elimination is often impossible, the goal is significant improvement. Topical treatments are largely ineffective for true scarring, as scarring involves structural damage that topical products can't reverse. However, improving overall skin texture and treating associated hyperpigmentation can make scars less noticeable. Subcision is a minor surgical procedure where a needle is inserted under the scar, breaking the fibrous tissue causing the depression. This allows collagen to regenerate and fill the scar. Subcision works best for rolling scars and tethered scars. Results appear gradually over 6 to 12 months as new collagen forms. Laser resurfacing removes thin layers of skin, smoothing scars. Fractional laser resurfacing is less aggressive than full resurfacing and requires less downtime. Some experimentation, patience, and willingness to adjust based on results. Most acne responds to consistent, appropriate treatment. Your clear skin is achievable with the right approach for you specifically. The ultimate lesson: acne is treatable. Whether your path involves topical treatments, professional treatments, hormonal interventions, or isotretinoin, solutions exist for your specific acne. Finding the right approach for your individual situation, maintaining patience and consistency, and persisting through initial difficulties leads to clear, healthy skin. Your acne journey is unique, but clear skin is absolutely achievable. #20 Expert Level Skin Care and Acne Treatment Guides, Part 3. Each guide, 10 to 15 minutes reading time. Guide 31, Acne Scar Treatments, Comprehensive Guide to All Scar Types and Advanced Therapy Options. Acne scars represent permanent reminders of severe acne, but modern dermatology offers numerous treatment options that can significantly improve scarring. Understanding different scar types, appropriate treatments, realistic outcomes, and combination approaches enables you to effectively address post-acne scarring. Acne scars exist in 3 primary morphologies, each requiring different treatment approaches. Ice pick scars are deep, narrow indentations resembling puncture wounds from an ice pick. These scars have sharp edges and typically measure 1 to 4 millimeters in diameter but penetrate deeply into the dermis. Ice pick scars are difficult to treat because their narrow base makes many standard treatments ineffective. Boxcar scars are wider depressions with relatively flat bottoms and sharp, vertical edges. These scars typically measure 4 to 6 millimeters or larger in diameter. Boxcar scars appear similar to chickenpox scars. Rolling scars are shallow depressions with sloping, rounded edges creating a wave-like appearance across the skin. Rolling scars often appear worse when skin is stretched due to their tethered nature. Understanding scar depth and type guides treatment selection. Shallow scars are often more responsive to surface treatments, while deep scars require deeper penetrating treatments. Mixed scar types within the same individual require combination approaches. Prevention remains the gold standard scar treatment. Avoiding picking, squeezing, or extracting acne prevents scarring. Treating acne aggressively to minimize deep inflammation prevents scarring. For anyone prone to severe acne, considering isotretinoin to prevent scarring is appropriate if acne is severe enough to cause scarring risk. For existing scars, numerous treatments provide varying degrees of improvement. Topical treatments are largely ineffective for true scarring, as scarring involves structural collagen loss that topical products cannot reverse. However, treating associated hyperpigmentation with topical treatments makes scars less noticeable. Subcision is a minor surgical procedure particularly effective for rolling and tethered scars. A needle or small scalpel is inserted under the scar, severing fibrous tissue anchoring the scar to deeper structures. This allows the scar to elevate as new collagen forms underneath. Subcision often requires multiple treatments performed weeks apart. Results develop over months as new collagen remodels. Subcision combined with other treatments, fillers, microneedling, often provides better results than subcision alone. Microneedling creates controlled microinjuries triggering collagen production and remodeling. The skin's healing response generates new collagen, improving scar appearance. Multiple treatments, typically 3 to 6 sessions spaced 4 to 6 weeks apart, provide progressive improvement. Microneedling works for all scar types but is particularly effective for rolling and moderate boxcar scars. Post-treatment appearance includes temporary redness and microcrusting. Recovery takes 3 to 5 days for most people. Microneedling is relatively affordable compared to laser treatments and is increasingly popular for scar treatment. Radiofrequency microneedling combines microneedling with radiofrequency energy for enhanced collagen stimulation. This provides better results than standard microneedling but with more significant post-treatment appearance changes and potential side effects. Laser resurfacing removes thin layers of skin, smoothing scars and promoting collagen remodeling. Fractional laser resurfacing treats portions of skin, leaving untreated bridges for faster healing and less downtime than full resurfacing. CO2 fractional lasers are highly effective for acne scars. Multiple treatments, typically 4 to 6 sessions spaced 4 to 6 weeks apart, provide progressive improvement. Post-treatment appearance includes significant redness lasting several weeks and potential for whitening, hypopigmentation. Cost is substantial, $500 to $1,500 per treatment, but results are often dramatic. Erbium YAG fractional lasers are slightly less aggressive than CO2 lasers, with somewhat less downtime and slightly less dramatic results. For those seeking good results with less recovery time, Erbium YAG is a reasonable option. Chemical peels remove skin layers through acid application. Superficial peels with glycolic or salicylic acid remove only the superficial layer and provide minimal scar improvement. Medium-depth peels with TCA, trichloroacetic acid, penetrate deeper, removing epidermis and superficial dermis, providing better scar improvement. Medium peels require 5 to 7 days of peeling and recovery. Deep peels with phenol or high-concentration TCA penetrate most deeply but require significant recovery time and carry higher complication risks. Deep peels are rarely used for acne scars specifically, being reserved for severe aging or other conditions. Dermal fillers inject material beneath scars to elevate depressed scars temporarily. Different fillers last different durations. Hyaluronic acid fillers typically last 6 to 12 months, while longer-lasting fillers, calcium hydroxylapatite, polyl-lactic acid, last 12 to 24 months. Filler results are immediate, making this attractive for short-term improvement. However, repeated treatments are necessary to maintain results. Fillers work particularly well for ice pick and boxcar scars. Platelet-rich plasma, PRP, therapy uses concentrated growth factors from your own blood to stimulate collagen production and healing. PRP is injected into scarred areas, promoting new collagen formation. Multiple treatments are typically needed. While PRP is popular, evidence for its efficacy in acne scar treatment is mixed, and it's more commonly used as a supplement to other treatments rather than as monotherapy. Combination approaches yield best results for acne scarring. A typical combination might include subcision for tethered scars, followed by microneedling for collagen stimulation, combined with fractional laser for surface smoothing and additional collagen remodeling. This multimodal approach addresses different aspects of scarring simultaneously. Treatment planning requires professional expertise. Severe, extensive scarring warrants referral to specialized dermatologists experienced in scar revision. Your dermatologist can assess your specific scars and recommend appropriate treatments. Realistic expectations are essential. Most scars improve significantly, 50 to 75%, but are rarely completely eliminated. Severe, deep scarring might only achieve 30 to 40% improvement even with aggressive treatment. However, significant improvement is usually achievable and worthwhile. Timeline for scar improvement is measured in months and years, not weeks. After a laser treatment providing immediate dramatic improvement, additional improvement occurs over 3 to 6 months as collagen remodels. Multiple sequential treatments provide cumulative improvement over 6 to 12 months or longer. Cost is a consideration. Professional scar treatments are expensive, laser treatments $500 to $1,500 per session, multiple sessions required. Microneedling is more affordable at $200 to $400 per session. Fillers vary based on amount needed. Insurance typically doesn't cover cosmetic scar treatment. Discussing cost with your dermatologist and potentially planning treatment over time is reasonable. Home care between professional treatments supports improvement. Proper sun protection prevents hyperpigmentation that makes scars more noticeable. Hydration and appropriate skincare supports skin healing. Some evidence suggests that certain topical ingredients like retinoids and vitamin C might provide modest scar improvement through collagen support, though these effects are minor compared to professional treatments. Scar appearance often improves naturally over years. Post-inflammatory changes gradually fade. Scars that seem severe initially might improve significantly over 12 to 24 months even without treatment, though active treatment accelerates improvement. Guide 32: Environmental and occupational factors influencing acne. Acne development isn't purely internal. Environmental and occupational factors significantly contribute to breakouts. Understanding these external factors allows you to modify your environment and workplace practices to support as I do, and those who matter don't judge me based on temporary skin condition. This isn't denying acne reality but maintaining perspective. Social support is protective. Talking with friends, family, or support groups about acne-related stress reduces isolation. Many people are surprised to learn how many others have experienced acne and understand its psychological impact. Online acne support communities can provide connection and perspective from others who truly understand the experience. Professional mental health support is appropriate if acne causes depression, anxiety, or social withdrawal. A therapist can help with acne-related body image concerns, anxiety, and depression. Therapy combined with medical acne treatment often produces better outcomes than medical treatment alone for those with significant psychological impact. Dermatology-specific cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, exists for conditions like acne where the medical component is intertwined with psychological factors. This specialized therapy combines dermatological education with psychological techniques for managing appearance-related anxiety and acne-related stress. If available, dermatology CBT can be particularly helpful. Mindfulness and acceptance-based approaches help by reducing the mental energy spent fighting against acne reality. Rather than, "I shouldn't have acne, this is unfair," acceptance involves, "I currently have acne, this is a medical condition I'm actively treating. I can't control its presence right now, but I can control my response." This reduces suffering while maintaining motivation to treat acne. Stress management is particularly important because stress worsens acne through multiple physiological mechanisms: cortisol production, inflammation increase, immune dysfunction. Therefore, reducing stress not only improves mental health but also improves acne. Meditation, yoga, regular exercise, adequate sleep, and enjoyable activities all reduce stress and support both mental health and acne improvement. Appearance-focused repetitive behaviors like mirror checking, skin picking, and comparing yourself to others on social media exacerbate acne-related psychological distress. Reducing these behaviors through deliberate practice improves mental health. Set limits on mirror checking, perhaps checking appearance once in the morning and evening rather than constantly throughout the day. Limit social media exposure, particularly platforms emphasizing appearance. Avoid picking at skin, which worsens acne and increases psychological focus on lesions. Goal setting around acne treatment provides hope and motivation. Rather than the vague goal, "clear skin," set specific targets. "I will consistently use my skincare routine for 12 weeks and reassess," or "I will make a dermatology appointment this month," or "I will reduce skin checking from 10 times daily to 3 times daily." These concrete goals provide motivation and measurable progress. Celebrating small improvements maintains motivation. Rather than dismissing minor acne improvement as insufficient, recognize it as progress toward your goal. Each step forward is worth acknowledgement. Professional treatment validation through dermatological consultation helps. Hearing from a dermatologist that your acne is treatable and that you'll likely achieve clear skin with appropriate treatment provides hope. This hope reduces the sense of helplessness many acne sufferers experience. Family and friend education about acne helps create a supportive environment. Explaining to loved ones that acne is a medical condition, not poor hygiene or personal failure, often shifts their perspective and increases support. Medication consideration for acne-related depression or anxiety should be discussed with a mental health professional if psychological distress is severe. Combined medical and psychiatric treatment can be necessary and appropriate for some individuals. The timeline of acne treatment has psychological implications. Understanding that improvements typically take 8 to 12 weeks reduces the despair of not seeing immediate results. Knowing that this is normal rather than treatment failure helps maintain consistency during the early phases when visible improvement hasn't yet occurred. Guide 29, Acne-Safe Cosmetics and Makeup, Products that don't trigger breakouts. For many people with acne, cosmetics worsen breakouts through pore clogging or ingredient irritation. Understanding acne-safe makeup and cosmetics allows you to use cosmetics without exacerbating acne. This is particularly important for those using makeup for confidence or professional purposes. Acne cosmetica specifically refers to acne triggered or worsened by cosmetic products. This condition differs from acne triggered by other factors; it's purely product-induced. Recognizing whether your acne is acne cosmetica helps you address the root cause, stopping or switching the cosmetic product. Non-comedogenic labeling indicates products formulated not to clog pores or trigger acne in most people. However, non-comedogenic is not strictly regulated by the FDA, and what's non-comedogenic for one person might be comedogenic for another. Non-comedogenic labeling provides guidance but isn't a guarantee. Foundation is perhaps the most likely cosmetic product to trigger acne, as it's applied to large facial areas and remains on skin for extended periods. Silicone-based foundations often trap bacteria and sebum more readily than other formulations. Oil-free, water-based, or mineral foundations are generally better tolerated by acne-prone skin. Powder foundations allow better skin breathing than heavy liquid foundations. Additionally, looser application, don't cake it on, reduces pore clogging. Primers can exacerbate acne by creating an occlusive barrier over skin. If you use primer, choose lightweight formulations and don't over-apply. Some people with acne find that skipping primer entirely reduces breakouts without sacrificing makeup staying power. Concealers often contain heavy pigments and binders that can clog pores. Use sparingly, focusing concealer only on areas actually needing coverage rather than applying all over the face. Cream concealers are often heavier than stick or powder formulations. Powder concealers are generally lighter and better tolerated by acne-prone skin. Blushes in powder form are generally better tolerated than cream or liquid formulations. Mineral-based blushes are often less problematic than other types. Apply blush lightly. Heavy application increases pore clogging risk. Setting sprays and powders can help prevent foundation migration while reducing the need for heavy foundation application. Light powder setting rather than additional product buildup can actually improve makeup longevity while reducing acne trigger risk. Eyeshadow, eyeliner, and mascara are less likely to trigger facial acne, unless you're rubbing your eyes and transferring product to your face. However, avoid eyeshadow that falls onto your cheeks or near your cheekbones where it might clog pores. Waterproof mascara and eyeliner can be harder to remove, potentially leaving residue that accumulates and irritates skin. Ensuring thorough removal of eye products is important. Lip products can contribute to acne in the perioral area. Heavy, occlusive lipsticks might trigger breakouts around the mouth. Lighter formulations and careful removal reduce this risk. Some lip products contain irritating ingredients that, while not technically triggering acne, irritate the perioral skin, making breakout appearance worse. Makeup brushes and applicators accumulate bacteria, dust, and product residue. Dirty brushes directly transfer bacteria. Dietary changes. Hormonal changes. Identifying changes allows you to troubleshoot. Sometimes a simple adjustment, returning to a previous moisturizer, increasing stress management, or addressing dietary changes, restores clarity. For women, track your menstrual cycle and acne patterns indefinitely. If hormonal patterns are evident, you can prepare in advance during high-risk times with more aggressive treatment or preventative actions. Update your routine periodically based on new information. Skincare science evolves, new evidence-based ingredients and treatments emerge. While your core routine remains consistent, you might incorporate new additions. For example, if you weren't using sunscreen consistently but learn about new photostable sunscreen formulations, adding a good sunscreen enhances your results. However, don't constantly change your routine chasing new trends. consistency matters far more than having the newest products. Have a plan if major breakout recurs. If despite your best efforts you experience significant acne recurrence, don't panic or feel you've failed. Contact your dermatologist to identify what changed and resume professional treatment if necessary. Sometimes life circumstances, severe stress, hormonal changes, medications, require adjusting your treatment approach. Your dermatologist can help. Celebrate achieving clear skin. Reaching this point likely required significant effort and patience. Recognize the achievement and the work that got you there. This perspective helps maintain motivation for long-term maintenance. Guide 20. Integrating all components, your complete personalized acne treatment and maintenance blueprint. After understanding individual components of acne treatment, integrating them into a comprehensive, personalized blueprint is essential. No single treatment works for everyone. Your specific acne type, skin characteristics, and lifestyle factors should guide your approach. Step 1. Accurately identify your acne type. Do you have comedonal acne, blackheads and whiteheads? Inflammatory acne, red pimples? Hormonal acne, deep cystic lesions around your jawline during specific times? Severe acne involving all types? Your acne type guides treatment selection. Comedonal acne responds best to salicylic acid exfoliation. Inflammatory acne responds best to benzoyl peroxide. Hormonal acne often requires systemic hormonal treatment. Severe mixed acne usually requires combination treatments and potentially professional intervention. Step 2. Assess acne severity. Mild acne, fewer than 20 comedones, fewer than 15 inflammatory lesions, no nodulocystic lesions, often responds adequately to topical treatments alone. Moderate acne, 20 to 100 comedones, 15 to 50 inflammatory lesions, no nodulocystic lesions, typically requires combination topical treatments, possibly with professional treatments. Severe acne, extensive lesions, numerous nodulocystic lesions, usually requires systemic treatment including oral antibiotics, hormonal treatments, or potentially isotretinoin. Step 3. Consider your lifestyle factors. Are you comfortable with multiple daily skincare steps? Can you prioritize sleep and stress management? Will you maintain consistency? These practical factors determine whether complex multi-step routines are realistic for you. Some people thrive with detailed routines, others do better with simplified approaches. Step 4. Design your core routine. Everyone benefits from a consistent cleanse, treat, moisturize, protect routine. Select specific products for each step based on your acne type. For comedonal acne, use a gentle cleanser, apply salicylic acid treatment, use a non-comedogenic moisturizer, apply sunscreen. For inflammatory acne, use a gentle cleanser, apply benzoyl peroxide treatment, use a moisturizer, apply sunscreen. For mixed or severe acne, consider consulting a dermatologist for prescription treatments. Step 5. Start conservatively with treatments. Begin with a single active ingredient at low concentration, using it 2 to 3 times weekly. After 3 to 4 weeks of good tolerance, assess results. If you're seeing improvement, continue. After 8 weeks, you can increase frequency or concentration if desired. If you're not seeing improvement after 8 to 12 weeks, consider adding a second treatment, for example, adding retinoid to salicylic acid, or consulting a dermatologist. Step 6. Build treatment combinations gradually. Never start 2 new treatments simultaneously. After establishing tolerance to your first treatment, at least 4 weeks, you can introduce a second treatment on different days or in different parts of your routine. For example, use salicylic acid cleanser in the morning, retinoid at night. Start the new treatment at low frequency and concentration, building up gradually. Step 7. Incorporate lifestyle changes. Implement dietary improvements, reduce sugar, increase antioxidants, consider eliminating dairy if it worsens your acne. Prioritize sleep, 7 to 9 hours nightly. Implement stress management, meditation, yoga, exercise, or other stress reduction techniques. These changes typically take 4 to 8 weeks to show skin effects but provide significant benefits. Step 8. Implement professional treatments if appropriate. If topical treatments aren't adequately controlling your acne after 8 to 12 weeks of consistent use, or if you have moderate to severe acne, professional treatments accelerate improvement. Monthly superficial chemical peels combined with your home routine provide excellent results. Professional facials or blue light therapy offer additional options. Step 9. Adjust for your specific factors. If you're a woman with hormonal acne, discuss hormonal treatments, oral contraceptives, spironolactone, with your gynecologist or dermatologist. If you're very acne-prone, you might need slightly more aggressive treatment than someone with occasional pimples. If your skin is sensitive, you'll need to progress more gradually with treatments. Step 10. Track your progress and adjust. Keep a skincare journal noting products used, frequency, side effects, acne status, stress levels, diet, and sleep. After 8 to 12 weeks, assess results. Have you seen improvement? Are side effects manageable? Are you ready to increase treatment intensity? Are you experiencing purging or adaptation? Adjust accordingly. Step 11. Set realistic timelines. Clear skin typically requires 8 to 12 weeks with topical treatments alone, potentially faster with professional treatments. However, residual hyperpigmentation and scarring may require additional time and treatment. Setting realistic expectations prevents discouragement from expecting overnight results. Step 12. Prepare for long-term maintenance. Once clear, continue your core routine indefinitely at maintenance levels. Don't expect to stop all treatments and maintain clear skin. Your skin's acne tendency hasn't fundamentally changed. Maintenance requires ongoing treatment, though frequency may decrease significantly. A sample complete routine for moderate mixed acne. Morning, gentle cleanser vitamin C serum, antioxidant protection, optional, non-comedogenic moisturizer SPF 30+ sunscreen. Evening, gentle cleanser salicylic acid toner or treatment, 3 to 4 times weekly initially, non-comedogenic moisturizer benzoyl peroxide spot treatment on active lesions or retinoid treatment, start 2 to 3 times weekly. Supplements, omega-3 supplementation, possibly zinc supplementation if deficient. Lifestyle, 7 to 9 hours sleep nightly, 30-minute exercise 5 times weekly, stress management through meditation or yoga, diet emphasizing whole foods and reducing sugar/dairy. Professional, monthly superficial chemical peels if available and affordable. This comprehensive approach addresses acne through multiple angles simultaneously. After 8 to 12 weeks of consistent implementation, you should see significant improvement. After 6 months, most people achieve clear or nearly clear skin. After a year, you've developed habits that maintain clear skin long term. Remember, acne treatment is individual. What works perfectly for one person may not work for another. Patience, consistency, and willingness to adjust are more important than finding the perfect product. Most acne responds to consistent, appropriate treatment. It's a matter of identifying what works for your specific skin and persisting with it. You now have a complete understanding of acne pathophysiology, treatment options, professional treatments, lifestyle factors, and integration strategies. Armed with this knowledge, you can approach your acne treatment confidently, make informed decisions, and achieve and maintain clear skin. Your journey to clear skin is absolutely possible with proper treatment, professional guidance when needed, and consistent effort over time. Commit to the process, trust in evidence-based treatments, and clear skin will follow. 20 Advanced Skin Care and Acne Treatment Guides, Part 2. Each guide, 10 to 15 minutes reading time. Guide 21, Isotretinoin, Accutane, the definitive acne treatment for severe and resistant cases. Isotretinoin, commonly known by its former brand name Accutane, represents the most powerful acne treatment available. It's the only medication that can potentially cure acne permanently. However, its serious potential side effects mean it's reserved for severe, treatment-resistant acne and requires careful medical supervision. Understanding isotretinoin, its mechanism, effectiveness, requirements, and side effects, is essential for anyone considering this treatment. Isotretinoin is a vitamin A derivative, but far more potent than over-the-counter retinol or even prescription tretinoin. It works through multiple powerful mechanisms. First, it dramatically reduces sebaceous gland size and sebum production by up to 90%, essentially eliminating one of the 4 primary factors in acne development. Second, it normalizes follicular keratinization, preventing dead skin cell accumulation that leads to comedones. Third, it has powerful anti-inflammatory effects, reducing the inflammation driving acne. Fourth, it has some antibacterial properties, reducing Cutibacterium acnes populations. The combination of these mechanisms makes isotretinoin extraordinarily effective. Approximately 70 to 90% of patients achieve complete, long-term acne remission after 1 course of isotretinoin. Many patients are cured permanently, their acne never returns. Insulin surges, triggering increased sebaceous gland activity and androgen production, both of which worsen acne. Foods with high glycemic index include white bread, white rice, sugary beverages, refined cereals, and most processed snacks. Replace these with low glycemic alternatives, whole grain bread, brown rice, vegetables, legumes, and nuts. This dietary shift reduces blood sugar volatility and decreases acne-triggering hormonal responses. Dairy products, particularly milk, contain hormones and bioactive peptides that may trigger acne in susceptible individuals. Multiple studies demonstrate correlation between milk consumption and acne severity. The effect appears strongest with skim milk, likely because fat-soluble hormones are removed during processing, leaving bioactive peptides. If you consume significant dairy and struggle with acne, try reducing or eliminating dairy for 4 to 6 weeks to assess impact. Many people notice significant acne improvement after reducing dairy. If dairy doesn't appear to worsen your acne, you don't need to eliminate it. Omega-3 fatty acids reduce systemic and skin inflammation. Foods rich in omega-3s include fatty fish, salmon, mackerel, sardines, walnuts, ground flax seeds, and chia seeds. Eat omega-3 rich foods 2 to 3 times weekly or consider supplementation if dietary intake is insufficient. Studies show that increasing omega-3 intake improves acne, likely through inflammation reduction. Antioxidant-rich foods protect skin from free radical damage and reduce inflammation. Berries, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, dark leafy greens, spinach, kale, colorful vegetables, carrots, bell peppers, tomatoes, and dark chocolate all contain powerful antioxidants. Eating colorful foods daily provides antioxidant support. Zinc supports immune function and skin healing. Foods rich in zinc include oysters, beef, pumpkin seeds, and chickpeas. Some evidence suggests zinc supplementation improves acne, particularly in zinc-deficient individuals. Typical supplementation is 25 to 30 milligrams daily. Don't exceed this without medical guidance, as excess zinc causes nausea and copper deficiency. Vitamin D plays roles in immune function and skin health. Sunlight exposure stimulates vitamin D production, but many people don't get adequate sun exposure. Vitamin D-rich foods include fatty fish, egg yolks, and fortified milk. Some people benefit from vitamin D supplementation, particularly during winter or in northern climates. Typical supplementation is 1,000 to 2,000 IU daily. Consult your doctor about appropriate dosing. Hydration deserves emphasis. Drinking adequate water, about 8 to 10 glasses daily, more with exercise, maintains skin hydration from within, supports detoxification, and promotes overall health. Proper hydration improves skin clarity and reduces compensatory sebum overproduction from dehydration. Limiting sugar and refined carbohydrates is perhaps the single most impactful dietary change for acne. Sugar causes inflammation throughout your body, worsens acne, and accelerates aging. Reducing sugar by replacing sugary beverages with water, limiting desserts, and avoiding processed foods with hidden sugar improves acne significantly. Most people notice improvement within 2 to 4 weeks of reducing sugar. Stress is a major acne trigger. Chronic stress increases cortisol production, which increases inflammation and androgen activity. Stress also triggers immune dysfunction, promoting bacterial overgrowth. Implementing stress reduction techniques is therefore essential. Meditation, yoga, deep breathing exercises, regular exercise, and time in nature all reduce stress and cortisol levels. Exercise provides multiple acne benefits. Regular aerobic exercise, 30 minutes, 5 days weekly, reduces stress, improves circulation, regulates hormones, and promotes overall health. However, exercise-related acne can occur from sweat and friction. Shower immediately after exercising, change into clean clothes, and avoid touching your face during exercise. Despite temporary exercise-induced acne risk, the overall benefits of regular exercise substantially outweigh risks. Sleep profoundly affects skin health. During sleep, your body releases growth hormone and reduces cortisol, supporting skin repair and reducing inflammation. Poor sleep increases cortisol, promotes inflammation, disrupts hormonal balance, and worsens acne. Consistently getting 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep significantly improves acne. Implement good sleep hygiene, maintain consistent sleep schedules, avoid screens an hour before bed, keep your bedroom cool and dark, and limit caffeine in the afternoon. Alcohol consumption worsens acne through multiple mechanisms. Alcohol increases inflammation, disrupts gut health, which influences skin, and dehydrates skin. If you drink alcohol, do so moderately and ensure adequate hydration. Heavy alcohol consumption noticeably worsens acne in most people. Smoking impairs skin healing, increases inflammation, and worsens acne. Smokers typically have worse acne than non-smokers. Quitting smoking improves acne and overall health dramatically. Gut health increasingly appears important for skin health. Poor gut microbiota diversity, gut inflammation, and increased intestinal permeability, leaky gut, correlate with acne. Eating fermented foods, yogurt, kimchi, sauerkraut, fiber-rich foods, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, and possibly taking probiotic supplements supports healthy gut microbiota. While gut acne connections are still being researched, the evidence suggests supporting gut health helps skin. Hormonal regulation through lifestyle is important, particularly for women with hormonal acne. Regular exercise, stress reduction, adequate sleep, and healthy diet all support hormonal balance. For women with PCOS or obvious hormonal acne, these lifestyle factors may reduce symptoms enough to minimize or eliminate the need for systemic medications like spironolactone or oral contraceptives. Important perspective: diet and lifestyle changes typically take 4 to 8 weeks to demonstrate skin effects. Don't expect immediate results. However, after 8 to 12 weeks of consistent dietary and lifestyle improvements, most people notice significant acne improvement. These changes provide benefits beyond acne: improved energy, better sleep, improved digestion, and overall better health. Guide 15: Professional dermatological treatments, chemical peels, laser therapy, and advanced technologies. Professional dermatological treatments provide powerful acne management beyond what home skincare achieves. Understanding various professional treatments, their mechanisms, appropriate candidates, and realistic expectations helps you make informed decisions about whether professional treatment is right for you. Chemical peels use acids to remove skin layers, treating acne, scarring, and texture issues. Superficial peels penetrate only the outermost skin layer and are the mildest type. These use low-concentration acids, 15 to 30% salicylic acid or glycolic acid, and require minimal recovery. Mild dryness. Zinc supplements taken orally may reduce acne severity, particularly in people who are zinc deficient. Zinc plays roles in immune function, wound healing, and anti-inflammatory processes. Studies show mixed results, but some demonstrate zinc supplementation improves acne, particularly in conjunction with other treatments. Typical zinc supplementation for acne is 25 to 50 mg daily. However, excessive zinc supplementation can cause nausea and copper deficiency, so don't exceed recommended doses without medical guidance. Consult your doctor before starting zinc supplements, particularly if you take other medications. Niacinamide, vitamin B3, is a natural compound with antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, and sebum-regulating properties. While available in supplements, topical niacinamide is more relevant for acne. Many skincare products now include 4 to 5% niacinamide. Studies demonstrate that niacinamide reduces sebum production and acne lesions with minimal irritation. It's suitable even for very sensitive skin and works well alongside other treatments. Azelaic acid, a naturally occurring compound found in grains like barley and rye, has proven antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties. It's more commonly available as a prescription medication, Azalex, Phenacea, or in over-the-counter products, but azelaic acid is naturally derived. It's particularly effective for post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation and rosacea-related acne. Dietary changes based on research can improve acne. Eating antioxidant-rich foods like berries, dark chocolate, and colorful vegetables reduces inflammation throughout your body, including your skin. Omega-3 fatty acids from fish, walnuts, and ground flax seeds have anti-inflammatory effects and may reduce acne. Increasing fiber intake through whole grains and vegetables improves digestion and may improve skin. Reducing sugar and refined carbohydrates reduces blood sugar spikes that worsen acne. Hydration deserves special mention. Drinking adequate water, about 8 to 10 glasses daily, maintains skin hydration from within, supports detoxification, and promotes overall skin health. While water alone won't cure acne, adequate hydration is fundamental to clear skin. Sleep is profoundly important. During sleep, your body releases growth hormone and reduces cortisol, supporting skin repair and reducing inflammation. Poor sleep increases cortisol, promotes inflammation, and worsens acne. Consistently getting 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep significantly improves skin health and acne. Stress reduction through meditation, yoga, deep breathing, or regular exercise reduces cortisol and inflammation, directly improving acne. Chronic stress is a well-documented acne trigger. Even 10 to 15 minutes of daily meditation or yoga can measurably improve skin. Important limitations of natural remedies. Most natural remedies are suitable for mild acne only. If you have moderate to severe acne, particularly cystic acne, natural remedies are insufficient and you require professional treatment. Natural remedies work best alongside professional treatments, not as replacements. Natural doesn't automatically mean safe or effective. Many natural substances are irritating or ineffective for acne. Finally, natural remedies require consistent use for 4 to 8 weeks to demonstrate effectiveness. Don't expect immediate results. Guide 9. Spot Treatment Mastery, Targeted Acne Lesion Treatment and Prevention. Spot treatments allow you to apply potent acne-fighting ingredients directly to individual pimples, minimizing exposure to surrounding healthy skin. Mastering spot treatment techniques accelerates healing and prevents scars. Understanding when and how to use different spot treatments is essential for optimal results. Timing is everything with spot treatments. The most effective time to treat a pimple is at the earliest sign of its formation. Many people feel a small bump developing under their skin 1 to 2 days before it becomes visible. Applying spot treatment immediately when you feel this early bump can prevent it from fully developing. If you notice a pimple just starting to form, small, red, not yet inflamed, beginning treatment immediately can prevent significant inflammation and reduce healing time by days. Different pimple types require different treatments. For small whiteheads or pimples with visible centers, spot treatments with salicylic acid effectively flatten the pimple and accelerate healing. Apply a salicylic acid spot treatment directly to the whitehead using a clean cotton swab or applicator. For closed comedones or small flesh-colored bumps, salicylic acid is also most effective. For inflammatory red pimples without visible centers, benzoyl peroxide is more effective than salicylic acid. For large, painful, deep cystic acne, neither topical spot treatment alone is sufficient. These require professional dermatologist intervention. Intralesional steroid injections are highly effective for cystic acne. Preparation is important. Before applying any spot treatment, cleanse the area thoroughly to remove makeup, dirt, and oil. Pat the area dry completely. Applying spot treatments to damp skin reduces effectiveness and increases irritation. Wait a full 2 to 3 minutes after cleansing to ensure complete dryness. When applying spot treatment, use a clean applicator. Never apply with your finger as this spreads bacteria. Cotton swabs, disposable applicators, or sterile tools are appropriate. Apply a small amount directly to the pimple, covering just the lesion itself and a tiny bit of surrounding skin. Using too much spot treatment wastes product and irritates surrounding healthy skin. Spot treatment frequency depends on the product and your skin's tolerance. Salicylic acid spot treatments can typically be used twice daily, morning and evening, if your skin tolerates it. Benzoyl peroxide spot treatments should typically be used once daily initially, preferably at night, then increase to twice daily if your skin adapts well. Some very potent spot treatments are meant to be used only once or twice weekly. The less is more principle applies to spot treatments. Using more frequent applications or larger amounts doesn't accelerate healing, it only increases irritation and dryness. Consistent, moderate use is more effective than aggressive over-application. Never pick, squeeze, or extract pimples yourself unless absolutely necessary. Squeezing ruptures the follicle wall, pushing bacteria, sebum, and dead skin cells deeper into the skin. This spreads the pimple, increases inflammation, and significantly increases scarring risk. Additionally, using your fingers spreads bacteria to other areas of your face, causing more pimples. If a pimple has a visible white center and you feel you must extract it, use a professional extraction tool or, ideally, have a dermatologist perform professional extraction. If you do extract a pimple, do so properly. First, apply a warm compress for 10 minutes to soften the plug and open the pore. Use a sterile lancet or extraction tool, available at pharmacies or dermatology offices, to make a tiny puncture or use an extraction loop to gently apply pressure around the pimple. Never use fingernails. After extracting, immediately apply an antiseptic and then an acne treatment. This approach minimizes the damage compared to aggressive squeezing. Acne patches are an excellent spot treatment innovation. These hydrocolloid bandages, infused with acne-fighting ingredients like salicylic acid, are applied over pimples. They absorb pus and oil from the pimple while protecting it from external bacteria and irritation. Acne patches work best on surface pimples with visible centers rather than deep cystic acne. They're typically left on for 6 to 8 hours or overnight, providing results within 6 to 8 hours to overnight for responsive pimples. Many people use acne patches under makeup during the day or overnight. They're convenient, visible results-oriented, and non-irritating. Pimple patches containing active ingredients like salicylic acid, benzoyl peroxide, or tea tree oil are superior to regular hydrocolloid bandages. However, Regular hydrocolloid bandages provide some benefit through moisture management and protection even without active ingredients. Spot treatment serums and gels remain on your skin, typically used twice daily. Apply after cleansing and before moisturizer. Common spot treatment actives include benzoyl peroxide, salicylic acid, azelaic acid, and sulfur. Choose based on your pimple type. Inflammatory acne responds better to benzoyl peroxide, comedonal acne to salicylic acid. For very aggressive spot treatment, some dermatologists recommend combining low concentrations of different actives, perhaps a small amount of salicylic acid followed by a small amount of benzoyl peroxide on the same pimple. However, this should only be done if your skin tolerates it well and should be used sparingly. For most people, one spot treatment at a time is appropriate. Sulfur spot treatments are often overlooked but can be highly effective, particularly for inflammatory acne and sensitive skin. Sulfur has been used in dermatology for over a century and has proven antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties. Some people find sulfur more tolerable than benzoyl peroxide or salicylic acid. Intralesional steroid injections administered by dermatologists are the gold standard for large, painful cystic acne. A small amount of steroid is injected directly into the cyst, causing it to deflate and heal within days. This prevents the cyst from persisting for weeks or months and significantly reduces scarring risk. If you have large cystic acne, ask your dermatologist about this option. Common mistakes with spot treatments include starting with too strong products, using them too frequently, using too much product, expecting overnight complete resolution, or abandoning consistency after just a few days. Spot treatment works best with realistic expectations. A moderate pimple treated consistently for 3 to 5 days should flatten and improve noticeably. Large cystic pimples take longer and may require professional intervention. Guide 10. Strategic moisturizing for acne-prone skin, hydration without triggering breakouts. One of the most common and damaging myths about acne is that people with acne shouldn't use moisturizer. This myth causes countless people to have dry, irritated, sensitive skin that's actually more prone to acne. Proper moisturizing is absolutely essential for acne-prone skin, and understanding how to moisturize without clogging pores is critical. The reality is that acne-prone skin, especially if you're using acne treatments, desperately needs moisturizer. Here's why. When your skin is dehydrated, it compensates by producing more sebum. This excess sebum actually worsens acne. Additionally, most acne treatments, salicylic acid, benzoyl peroxide, retinoids, cause dryness and irritation. Using moisturizer counteracts these side effects, allowing you to continue treatments without excessive discomfort. Finally, properly hydrated skin has a stronger barrier function, which improves overall skin health and actually reduces acne. The key to moisturizing acne-prone skin is selecting appropriate products. Look for moisturizers specifically formulated as non-comedogenic, meaning they don't clog pores, or alternating hairstyles reduces friction acne. Phone contact with your face transfers bacteria and causes friction acne on the jawline and cheek. Using earbuds or speakerphone when possible, cleaning your phone screen regularly, and taking breaks from phone use reduce this contact-related acne. For occupational friction acne, workers in certain industries, workplace modifications and protective equipment prevent acne. Ensuring clean, breathable protective equipment and maintaining good hygiene at work helps control occupational friction acne. Acne mechanica is often preventable through simple environmental modifications. Unlike acne requiring medications, friction acne responds to preventing the friction. This makes acne mechanica particularly frustrating when it occurs, since prevention is often simpler than treatment. Guide 54. Drug-induced acne and medication side effects. Certain medications trigger or worsen acne as a side effect. Recognizing drug-induced acne allows you to work with prescribers to modify medications or manage acne while necessary medications are continued. Corticosteroids commonly trigger acne or worsen existing acne. Systemic corticosteroids, oral, are more likely to cause acne than topical steroids, though topical steroids applied to face can also trigger acne. Patients on chronic systemic corticosteroids often experience significant acne requiring aggressive treatment. If corticosteroids are necessary, combining them with acne treatment is often required. Lithium, used for bipolar disorder treatment, causes acne in many patients. The mechanism involves effects on follicular epithelium and sebaceous gland function. Acne from lithium is sometimes severe. Working with your psychiatrist on whether alternative mood stabilizers are possible, or combining lithium with aggressive acne treatment, might be necessary. Anabolic steroids cause severe acne in nearly everyone using them. Anabolic steroid use for performance enhancement causes acne that often requires isotretinoin for management. The acne is typically severe, widespread, and on the trunk as well as face. Hormonal contraceptives can either improve or worsen acne depending on the specific formulation. Progestins with androgenic properties, like levonorgestrel or norgestrol, might worsen acne, while progestins with minimal androgenic activity, like norgestimate or drospirenone, often improve acne. If birth control is worsening acne, switching to a formulation with less androgenic progestin often helps. Anti-seizure medications sometimes worsen acne through various mechanisms. Working with your neurologist if seizure medications are worsening acne might identify alternatives or necessitate aggressive acne management. Vitamin B12 supplementation can paradoxically worsen acne in some individuals through unknown mechanisms. If you take B12 supplements and notice acne worsening, discontinuing B12 might help. Iodine-containing supplements or medications can trigger acne. High-dose iodine supplementation is associated with acne worsening. This is one reason avoiding excessive iodine supplementation unless specifically indicated is prudent. Phenytoin, anti-seizure medication, and other older anti-seizure drugs can trigger acne or gingival hyperplasia, gum overgrowth. If these medications are necessary, managing side effects is required. When drug-induced acne is suspected, first confirm with your prescribing healthcare provider that the medication is likely the culprit. Assess whether alternative medications without acne side effects exist. If alternatives don't exist, combine the medication with aggressive acne treatment. Don't discontinue necessary medications without medical guidance even if acne worsens. Guide 55. Nutritional deficiencies and acne, zinc, vitamin D, selenium, and beyond. Certain nutritional deficiencies correlate with worse acne. Understanding which deficiencies affect acne allows you to assess your nutritional status and supplement if needed. Zinc deficiency is well established as correlating with worse acne. Zinc supports immune function, wound healing, and inflammation regulation, all relevant to acne. People with zinc deficiency have notably worse acne. Supplementing adequate zinc, 30 mg daily, often improves acne significantly if deficiency exists. However, supplementing when not deficient provides minimal additional benefit. Identifying zinc deficiency involves blood testing. However, zinc blood levels don't always accurately reflect total body zinc stores, making interpretation complex. If you suspect zinc deficiency, discussing blood zinc testing with your healthcare provider is reasonable. Vitamin D deficiency correlates with worse acne and increased inflammation. Vitamin D supports immune function and has anti-inflammatory effects. Many people, particularly those in northern climates or those who avoid sun exposure, have vitamin D deficiency. Supplementing vitamin D at 1000 to 400 IU daily improves acne in some individuals, particularly those with low baseline levels. Testing vitamin D status can help identify deficiency. Selenium deficiency affects immune function and skin health. Adequate selenium, 55 to 200 micrograms daily, supports skin health. However, acne-specific benefits of selenium supplementation aren't definitively established. Iron deficiency, particularly in menstruating women, can affect overall skin health and healing. Severe iron deficiency anemia causes various health problems including poor wound healing and immune dysfunction. However, iron supplementation for non-deficient people doesn't improve acne. Vitamin A, retinol, deficiency causes follicular hyperkeratinization and immune dysfunction contributing to acne. However, toxicity from excess vitamin A is also problematic. Getting adequate vitamin A through diet, liver, sweet potato, leafy greens, is ideal. Supplementing vitamin A is only necessary if deficient. B vitamins, particularly B5, pantothenic acid, are promoted for acne at very high doses, 10 plus grams daily. However, evidence is weak and high-dose B5 causes diarrhea frequently. Normal B vitamin intake through diet or multivitamin supplementation supports general health without special acne benefits. Omega-3 fatty acid deficiency promotes systemic inflammation worsening acne. Getting adequate omega-3s, 1 to 2 grams EPA plus DHA daily from fish or supplements, supports skin health through inflammation reduction. Identifying nutritional deficiencies, blood testing can assess status for most nutrients. Dietary assessment helps identify if diet provides adequate nutrients, considering supplementation if deficiencies are identified. However, supplementing without deficiency rarely provides additional benefit. Getting nutrients through food when possible is preferable to supplementation. Guide 56, Occupational Acne Syndromes, Tar acne, Oil acne, and Chemical exposure. Workers in certain occupations experience acne specifically from occupational chemical exposures. Understanding occupational acne helps you implement prevention strategies and pursue appropriate treatment. Tar acne develops in workers exposed to coal tar, crude oil, and petroleum products. Mechanics, road workers, and petroleum industry workers are susceptible. Tar acne results from follicular occlusion and irritation from these substances. Appearance is often on exposed areas, hands, face, neck, forearms. Oil acne develops in workers exposed to mineral oils and cutting fluids in metalworking. Tap water or filtered tap water is typically adequate. Unless you have specific water quality concerns, tap water is fine. Some people promote alkaline water for acne, claiming it reduces inflammation. However, Your stomach acid immediately neutralizes any pH changes from drinking alkaline water, so drinking alkaline water doesn't meaningfully change your body's pH or skin conditions. Alkaline water claims are largely marketing. Herbal teas and other beverages contribute to hydration alongside water. Coffee and other caffeinated beverages have mild diuretic effects but still contribute to daily hydration. However, excessive caffeine consumption can worsen acne through stress and inflammation, so while counting toward hydration, caffeinated beverages shouldn't dominate your fluid intake. Hydration from food contributes to overall hydration. Fruits and vegetables contain significant water. Eating water-rich foods like watermelon, cucumber, lettuce, and citrus fruits contributes to hydration alongside drinking water. Relationship between hydration and acne typically takes 2 to 4 weeks to manifest. Improving hydration from dehydrated state to properly hydrated state might improve acne noticeably. However, increasing hydration beyond adequate amounts typically doesn't further improve acne. The practical approach: drink enough water to maintain adequate hydration, pale yellow urine, no thirst, distribute intake throughout the day, use lukewarm water for cleansing, and if you have hard or highly chlorinated water concerns, consider filtering. Hydration is one component of comprehensive acne management but not a standalone cure. Guide 36, Gut Health, Microbiome, and Emerging Research on Gut-Skin Axis. Emerging research increasingly implicates gut health and microbiota composition in acne development. Understanding gut-skin axis mechanisms and implementing strategies to support gut health offers another angle for acne management. The gut microbiome, the trillions of bacteria colonizing your digestive tract, influences systemic health including skin health. A healthy microbiome supports immune function, intestinal barrier integrity, nutrient absorption, and inflammation regulation. Microbiome dysbiosis, imbalanced bacterial composition, contributes to systemic inflammation, impaired immune function, and intestinal permeability, leaky gut, all of which correlate with worse acne. Several mechanisms link gut dysbiosis to acne. First, dysbiosis allows pathogenic bacteria to proliferate, producing lipopolysaccharides that trigger systemic inflammation. This systemic inflammation worsens acne. Second, dysbiosis compromises intestinal barrier integrity, allowing bacterial lipopolysaccharides and undigested proteins to enter circulation, further triggering inflammation and activating immune responses. Third, dysbiosis impairs production of short-chain fatty acids, butyrate, that support intestinal and immune health. Fourth, dysbiosis impairs estrogen metabolism in the gut, potentially contributing to hormonal acne in women. Several dietary factors contribute to dysbiosis. Excess sugar promotes pathogenic bacteria growth. Processed foods low in fiber and high in additives promote dysbiosis. Insufficient fiber intake results in inadequate short-chain fatty acid production. Excessive omega-6 polyunsaturated fat relative to omega-3 PUFA promotes inflammatory bacteria. Chronic stress, sleep deprivation, and certain medications, particularly antibiotics, also contribute to dysbiosis. Supporting gut health involves dietary modifications. Increasing fiber intake through whole grains, vegetables, legumes, and fruits promotes beneficial bacteria that produce short-chain fatty acids. Increasing omega-3 fatty acids relative to omega-6, eating more fish, walnuts, seeds, reducing processed food, supports beneficial bacteria. Consuming prebiotic foods, foods that feed beneficial bacteria, like asparagus, onions, garlic, and resistant starch supports beneficial bacteria growth. Fermented foods containing live bacteria provide probiotics supporting gut health. Yogurt, kimchi, sauerkraut, miso, tempeh, and kombucha all contain beneficial bacteria. Regular consumption of fermented foods supports diverse microbiota. However, benefits are modest compared to overall diet quality and should supplement rather than replace dietary improvements. Probiotic supplements provide concentrated bacteria claimed to support microbiota. However, evidence for probiotic efficacy is mixed and varying. Some people benefit noticeably from specific probiotic strains, while others see no benefit. If interested in probiotics, choosing high-quality products with documented effective strains, like Lactobacillus and Bifidobacterium species, and consulting your healthcare provider is reasonable. Probiotics for acne-specific benefit remain researched, not definitively proven. Avoiding unnecessary antibiotics protects microbiota. When antibiotics are necessary for infection, taking them is appropriate. However, demanding antibiotics for viral infections, which antibiotics don't treat, harms your microbiota unnecessarily. Using antibiotics only when truly needed protects long-term microbiota health. Managing stress supports microbiota health. Stress promotes dysbiosis through multiple mechanisms. Implementing stress management supports both gut and skin health through this mechanism. Adequate sleep supports microbiota health and is one of the highest impact microbiota interventions available. Most microbiota disruption occurs with sleep deprivation. Prioritizing 7 to 9 hours nightly supports microbiota health. Exercise supports beneficial microbiota diversity. Regular exercise promotes beneficial bacteria growth independently of diet. This is one of the many benefits of consistent exercise. Alcohol, particularly excessive consumption, harms microbiota. While occasional moderate alcohol consumption probably has minimal microbiota effects, chronic excess consumption disrupts microbiota significantly. Smoking harms microbiota, contributing another mechanism through which smoking worsens acne. Implications for acne management. While microbiota science is still emerging, supporting gut health through diet, fiber, whole foods, limited sugar, omega-3 support, probiotics potentially, though evidence is mixed, stress management, sleep, and exercise likely support skin health through multiple mechanisms including microbiota effects. These interventions support overall health beyond just acne, making them worthwhile even though direct acne benefit is still being researched. Guide 37, Hormonal Testing, Evaluation, and When to Pursue Endocrine Assessment for Acne. For women with hormonal acne, pursuing endocrine evaluation can identify underlying hormonal imbalances enabling targeted treatment. Understanding when hormonal testing is appropriate, which tests are relevant, and how to interpret results guides effective management. Hormonal acne patterns suggest hormonal involvement warranting evaluation. Acne appearing primarily on the jawline and chin, concentrated in the lower face, often indicates hormonal acne. Acne worsening cyclically around menstrual periods strongly suggests hormonal involvement. Adult acne onset, particularly after the teenage years, is often hormonal. Of those who do experience some acne recurrence, it's typically mild and easily manageable with topical treatments, a vast improvement from their initial severe acne. Isotretinoin's effectiveness is why it's considered the gold standard for severe acne. The trade-off of potential side effects is justifiable when dealing with acne severe enough to cause permanent scarring or significant psychological distress. However, isotretinoin is teratogenic, meaning it causes severe birth defects if taken during pregnancy. This is the primary reason for its strict regulation and monitoring requirements. Any woman of childbearing age must use 2 reliable contraception methods while on isotretinoin and for 1 month after stopping. Monthly pregnancy tests are mandatory. This requirement, while burdensome, has made isotretinoin a reasonably safe option when guidelines are followed. Isotretinoin requires enrollment in the iPledge program in the United States. This program mandates monthly office visits, monthly laboratory tests, and strict documentation of contraception use for women. Prescribers must be registered, pharmacies must be registered, and patients must comply with all requirements. While this oversight seems excessive, it exists to prevent the tragic scenario of a teratogenic medication being used during pregnancy. Typical isotretinoin dosing is 0.5 to 1.0 mg/kg daily, with cumulative dosing targets of 120 to 150 mg/kg for optimal outcomes. A person weighing 70 kilograms might receive 35 to 70 milligrams daily. Treatment duration typically lasts 4 to 6 months, depending on dosing and individual response. Higher cumulative doses correlate with lower relapse rates. Common side effects of isotretinoin include severe dryness affecting skin, lips, and mucous membranes. Lip dryness is nearly universal. Most patients require intensive lip balm use throughout treatment. Dry skin often requires frequent application of heavy moisturizers. These side effects, while uncomfortable, are manageable. Using a humidifier, applying moisturizer multiple times daily, using occlusive lip balms, and using artificial tears for dry eyes all help manage these effects. More serious potential side effects include birth defects, hence the strict contraception requirements, elevated liver enzymes, elevated triglycerides, requiring dietary management or medication, depression and mood changes, inflammatory bowel disease, and rare severe reactions. These serious side effects necessitate baseline laboratory testing, monthly laboratory monitoring, and careful symptom assessment. Any concerning symptoms should be reported to your dermatologist immediately. Depression and mood changes are particularly concerning. While actual isotretinoin-induced depression is rare, patients do report mood changes, and there's ongoing debate about causation versus correlation. Patients with personal or family history of depression should discuss this risk carefully with their dermatologist. Many dermatologists don't prescribe isotretinoin to patients with untreated depression or psychiatric conditions, or do so with additional psychiatric monitoring. Isotretinoin can cause temporary initial acne worsening, flaring, as sebaceous glands adjust and dead skin cells are shed. This flaring is temporary and can be managed with topical treatments or low-dose oral corticosteroids in severe cases. Muscle and joint pain occur in some patients, typically mild but sometimes bothersome. This side effect often improves with continued use or resolves after treatment stops. Who is an appropriate candidate for isotretinoin? Severe nodular acne with risk of scarring is the classic indication. Acne resistant to maximum dose oral antibiotics combined with topical retinoids for at least 3 to 4 months is another strong indication. Any acne causing significant psychological distress or affecting quality of life substantially is also appropriate. Recurrent acne after previous isotretinoin course might be retreated with isotretinoin, though some dermatologists reserve retreatment for specific circumstances. The process of obtaining isotretinoin involves consultation with a dermatologist willing to prescribe it, understanding all requirements and side effects, baseline laboratory testing, and enrollment in iPledge. For women, establishing contraception plan is necessary. Once established on isotretinoin, compliance with monthly visits and laboratory tests is mandatory. Noncompliance results in treatment discontinuation. Cost is a consideration. Isotretinoin itself is relatively inexpensive. The original brand Accutane is expensive, but generic isotretinoin is affordable. However, the required monthly visits and laboratory tests add significant cost. Insurance typically covers isotretinoin for severe acne, but coverage varies. Discussing cost with your dermatologist before starting is important. Results from isotretinoin are remarkable. Most patients experience dramatic acne improvement within 1 to 2 months, with near-complete clearance by 3 to 4 months. The persistence of results years after treatment completion is what makes isotretinoin special. Most other treatments require ongoing use for results to persist. Post-isotretinoin skin care involves using gentle products, as skin is often more sensitive after treatment. Many patients can use minimal skin care after isotretinoin, though some benefit from occasional retinoid maintenance to prevent any acne recurrence. Most patients can essentially stop acne-focused skin care and use only basic skin care and sunscreen. Isotretinoin should not be your first treatment. Attempting appropriate topical treatments, salicylic acid, benzoyl peroxide, retinoids, and potentially oral antibiotics for several months should precede isotretinoin consideration. However, if you have severe acne causing scarring risk or significant distress, don't suffer for years without considering isotretinoin. Discuss it with your dermatologist if you have severe, resistant acne. Guide 22, Oral Antibiotics for Acne, Types, Mechanisms, Resistance, and Long-Term Management. Oral antibiotics have been acne treatment staples for decades, effectively controlling moderate to severe inflammatory acne. Understanding antibiotic options, their effectiveness, the critical issue of antibiotic resistance, and appropriate usage patterns is essential for optimal acne treatment. Oral antibiotics treat acne through multiple mechanisms. First, they kill Cutibacterium acnes bacteria, reducing bacterial colonization in follicles. Second, at acne-treating doses, they have significant anti-inflammatory effects beyond their antibacterial properties. Third, they can reduce lipase production, an enzyme that increases sebum irritancy, decreasing acne inflammation. The combination of these effects makes antibiotics highly effective for inflammatory acne. Doxycycline is the most commonly prescribed oral antibiotic for acne. It's effective, relatively inexpensive, and generally well tolerated. Typical dosing is 100 mg once or twice daily. Doxycycline has additional anti-inflammatory effects beyond its antibacterial action, partly explaining its effectiveness for acne. However, doxycycline has notable drawbacks. It can cause photosensitivity, sun sensitivity, so strict sunscreen use is essential during treatment. It can cause esophageal irritation if not taken properly, requiring taking it upright with significant water and not lying down for 30 minutes afterward. Some women experience vaginal yeast infections due to disruption of normal bacterial flora. Birth control pill effectiveness can be reduced by doxycycline in some individuals, requiring backup contraception. Minocycline is an alternative tetracycline antibiotic with similar effectiveness to doxycycline. It's lipophilic, fat-soluble, allowing it to penetrate sebaceous glands well. Minocycline can cause blue discoloration of skin and mucous membranes with long-term use. While this is reversible upon discontinuation, it's an undesirable potential side effect. Minocycline also has slightly higher risks of drug-induced lupus and autoimmune hepatitis compared to doxycycline, though these are rare. Many dermatologists now prefer doxycycline over minocycline due to these considerations. Azithromycin is a macrolide antibiotic sometimes used for acne. It's taken at lower doses than typical infection-treating doses, 250 mg 3 times weekly. Azithromycin has strong anti-inflammatory effects. However, Cutibacterium acnes resistance to azithromycin is increasingly common, making it less reliable than tetracyclines. Azithromycin is often reserved for patients who cannot tolerate tetracyclines. Trimethoprim sulfamethoxazole, TMPSMX, is a combination antibiotic occasionally used for acne, particularly in patients who cannot tolerate tetracyclines. However, it's less effective than tetracyclines and has higher allergy rates, limiting its use. Isotretinoin can cause temporary initial acne worsening, flaring, as sebaceous glands adjust and dead skin cells are shed. This flaring is temporary and can be managed with topical treatments or low-dose oral corticosteroids in severe cases. Muscle and joint pain occur in some patients, typically mild but sometimes bothersome. This side effect often improves with continued use or resolves after treatment stops. Who is an appropriate candidate for isotretinoin? Severe nodular acne with risk of scarring is the classic indication. Acne resistant to maximum dose oral antibiotics combined with topical retinoids for at least 3 to 4 months is another strong indication. Any acne causing significant psychological distress or affecting quality of life substantially is also appropriate. And irritants to skin, worsening acne. Clean makeup brushes at least weekly with gentle shampoo or brush cleaner. Replace sponges frequently. Use clean hands or clean applicators when possible rather than dirty brushes. Removal of makeup is crucial. Leaving makeup on overnight allows prolonged contact with pores, promotes bacterial growth, and worsens acne. Thoroughly remove all makeup before bed using an appropriate makeup remover or cleansing oil, followed by your regular cleanser. Double cleansing, first with oil-based remover, then water-based cleanser, is particularly effective for completely removing makeup and sebum. Mineral makeup is often better tolerated by acne-prone skin than conventional makeup. Mineral formulations use zinc oxide, titanium dioxide, and iron oxides as pigments without some of the potentially problematic ingredients in conventional cosmetics. Many mineral makeup lines specifically formulate for acne-prone skin. BB creams and CC creams offer lighter coverage than full foundation while providing some color correction. These lighter formulations are often better tolerated by acne-prone skin than traditional foundations. If you need coverage, consider whether a BB cream provides adequate coverage before resorting to heavier foundation. Tinted moisturizers combine light coverage with hydration, often with less pore clogging potential than foundations. For those with mild acne or seeking light coverage, tinted moisturizers can be a good option. Sunscreen itself should be acne-safe. Many sunscreens worsen acne due to occlusive or comedogenic formulations. Specifically, choose sunscreens for acne-prone skin, labeled non-comedogenic, oil-free, or for acne-prone skin. Mineral sunscreens are often better tolerated than chemical sunscreens. Testing new products carefully is essential. Introduce one new cosmetic at a time, using it for 1 to 2 weeks to assess whether it triggers new breakouts. If breakouts appear, discontinue the product and wait for acne to resolve before trying a different product. Testing one product at a time allows you to identify which products your skin tolerates. Some people find that minimizing overall makeup use helps control acne more than finding the perfect acne-safe products. If you use makeup only when necessary rather than daily, less product contact with skin means fewer breakout triggers. Consider whether you actually need all the makeup you're using or whether you could achieve similar results with less product. Professional makeup application services for special events often use heavy product application techniques. If you need professional makeup done, inform the makeup artist about your acne and request lighter application and acne-safe products if possible. Alternatively, request that you apply your own makeup at home after a professional provides guidance. The bottom line: find acne-safe products suitable for your skin, apply minimally, remove thoroughly, and use clean tools. This approach allows you to use cosmetics without significantly exacerbating acne. Guide 30: Building your perfect personalized skincare routine. Complete advanced framework. After understanding numerous acne treatments and supporting strategies, integrating all this knowledge into a personalized, optimized skincare routine that works specifically for your skin is essential. This comprehensive framework guides you through creating your perfect routine. Step 1: Identify your specific acne profile. Are you primarily comedonal, blackheads, whiteheads, inflammatory, red pimples, pustules, hormonal, deep cystic lesions, severe mixed type, fungal acne, acne cosmetica? Your acne type guides which treatments are most appropriate. Comedonal acne particularly benefits from salicylic acid. Inflammatory acne responds best to benzoyl peroxide. Hormonal acne often requires systemic hormonal treatment. Fungal acne requires antifungal treatments. Getting your acne type right prevents wasting time on ineffective treatments. Step 2: Assess your skin type and sensitivities. Is your skin oily, dry, combination, or balanced? Very sensitive or robust? Do you have history of allergic reactions? Do you have rosacea or other reactive conditions? This information determines which products and concentrations your skin tolerates. Sensitive skin requires gentler products, lower active ingredient concentrations, and slower introduction of new treatments. Oily skin tolerates stronger treatments and higher concentrations. Dry skin requires careful moisturizing even while using drying treatments. Step 3: Evaluate contributing factors. What worsens your acne? Stress? Hormonal cycles? Certain foods? Sleep deprivation? Specific products? Environmental factors? Identifying contributing factors allows you to address root causes alongside medical treatment. If stress worsens acne, stress management becomes part of your treatment. If hormonal cycles worsen acne, tracking cycles and timing treatment adjustments helps. Step 4. Set realistic timelines and goals. Most acne improves over 8 to 12 weeks of consistent treatment. Severe acne might take 4 to 6 months or longer. Scars fade over 6 to 12 months with appropriate treatment. Setting realistic expectations prevents discouragement from expecting overnight results. Your goal might be clear skin or manageable acne with occasional breakouts, depending on your acne severity. Step 5. Design your morning routine. Start with a gentle cleanser appropriate for your skin type, used with lukewarm water. Follow with optional essences or hydrating toners if desired. Apply any morning actives, perhaps vitamin C serum for antioxidant protection. Apply your morning moisturizer. Finish with SPF 30+ sunscreen. This entire routine should take 5 to 10 minutes. Keep it simple so it's sustainable. Step 6. Design your evening routine. Start with makeup removal if applicable, oil-based cleanser or micellar water. Follow with your evening cleanser. Apply any evening hydrating toners or essences. Apply your primary acne treatment, perhaps salicylic acid or benzoyl peroxide, starting at low frequency, typically 2 to 3 times weekly. After allowing this to dry, wait 10 to 20 minutes, apply your moisturizer.